What's up, YouTube fragrance family and friends? I'm Tommy with Studio Sins. Hope you're having an awesome day so far today. We're gonna have a great video for you because it's yet another new release. It's either feast or famine when it comes to new releases. We seem to have a pocket of them released all at once and then we go this span of time without, but hey, I'm not complaining. Today we're gonna be looking at a new release from the house of Hugo Boss called Hugo Boss Bottled United Eau De Parfum Limited Edition. It is a flanker from the original Boss Bottled United, and this one looks to be a little bit different. So when we come back, we're gonna take a look at this new fragrance, see if it's worth picking up, and kind of compare it to the OG, that and more, so stay tuned. Welcome back, friends. It is the weekend. Hope you're able to spend some downtime with family, some quality time, R&R for yourself, and take a look at some fragrances that you might be interested in picking up. Now today we're looking at a brand new 2021 release from the house of Hugo Boss called Boss Bottled United Eau De Parfum Limited Edition. Now the original Boss Bottled United was released back in 2018 and it used some interesting notes, primarily looking at blood orange, something called buchu, that's B-U-C-H-U. It's like a plant that grows natively somewhere not here. That's really interesting, has a nice, interesting layered smell to it. And of course, ozone, which is a really sharp, some people can even smell right before a thunderstorm because of the downdrafts. Ozone is often called trioxygen because it takes 3 molecules to make it up. And yes, it is something that you can actually smell in the air, and it actually adds a really unique quality to certain fragrances. And it certainly did to Boss Bottled United. As it turns out, Boss Bottled United is a really nice spring and summer scent. It has a lot in common with Paco Rabanne Invictus. It is kind of an Invictus-like fragrance. It's very similar, actually, in body and smell to Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. So if you're a fan of Legend Spirit and you've not tried this out, you'll really like it. It's a little bit unique, more unique though, due to that blood orange, the ozone, and that buchu. Don't want to talk about that one too much because we're primarily focusing on this new release. Let's first check out that presentation. Boxes of all of the Hugo Boss bottle line have a shadow outline of the actual bottle on the front. It's got the Boss Hugo Boss on the box just like it does the bottle. It's got kind of a shiny silver metallic look about it, and that is the overall theme of Boss Bottled United, the original and also the limited edition. You've got Boss Hugo Boss on the top. On the very bottom, you've got your QR code, your batch, which is 1007, UPC, your stickers. On the very back, you've got boss.com, the ingredients, the distribution information, but most notably the notes. It actually has the note breakdown. Most of the time, they have the notes listed on the actual box. That's a nice caveat to the box. Now, the actual fragrance itself at first glance looks like the original United. It's all silver, but when you actually take the OG United and set it beside it, there's quite a bit of a difference. So this is a much lighter silver and this is a much darker, or what's called brushed silver. So it's a darker silver. To me, I like this. It's more attractive. It looks a little bit more mature and more refined. The fragrance itself is a 100 ml bottle and it's an Eau De Parfum concentration. Let's talk about the note breakdown. Boss Bottled United Eau De Parfum Limited Edition features top notes of blood orange and apple, with heart notes of peppermint and lavender, resting on a base of amber and vetiver. So there's only 3 notes that are carrying over from Boss Bottled United. There's blood orange, there's peppermint, and vetiver. Those are the only 3 notes that are in this. So we'll figure it out when it comes to the actual smell, whether it's a true, Eau De Parfum or not. But typically a true Eau De Parfum will have very similar notes, and it's structured very similarly. This doesn't seem like it's going to be a true Eau De Parfum, but it may be. Now, when they released Boss bottled the Eau De Parfum, which I am a huge fan of, one of the differences that they made in the bottle was that they started printing on the very top Boss, Hugo Boss. As you can see on that one, if you look at the original United, there's nothing on the top, so it's missing that. It's a little bit of a difference in the actual presentation, and even small details like that make a difference in how a fragrance looks overall. It adds a little bit of a touch of class to it. It's like Hugo Boss isn't afraid to say, hey, this is our fragrance, by putting another name, logo, or stamp on it. Wow. This is an interesting atomizer. It only sprays like a spurt spray. It's not like a measured spray. It feels like I broke something in there too, so hopefully not, but there we go. That's a lot better. It just needed to be primed a little bit to get better. So decent atomizer, not the best, but decent. Definitely a good bit of that blood orange. The blood orange in here combined with the apple, there's a really crisp, fresh apple note in here that I really like. That is in the open, that's in the very top. You've got that blood orange, you've got the apple, and you've got a really nice, sharp, embracing lavender and peppermint in the heart. So the pairs of notes that are working together really well in this are creating a fantastic open. It's gonna be interesting to see what it does on skin though. So you've got a combination of warmth and sweetness with the amber. You've got a light green dryness coming from the vetiver. This on skin. That is nice, that is nice. I'm curious now. So I actually sprayed this on my left arm and sprayed this on my right arm. So there's a little bit of a complexity that's in the original United that is lacking in this one. I can't come to terms with what it is. Probably the addition of that Boohoo along with the ozone. At first, it's very sharp. That ozone is really sharp, but once it starts drying down, it recedes into the background. It's really nice, but it's lacking the body that this one has. So this one has a little bit more complexity to it, but it's lacking the body because it has more notes, obviously. It has more notes to break down. And this has a little bit more body. It's held together better, and it definitely has a lot more projection than does the Eau de Toilette. Now that's not always the case because Eau de Parfum sit closer to the skin, but this one actually is stronger, and therefore it's actually projecting better as a result. That doesn't always happen with an Eau de Parfum, but it's happening with this one. This one is almost going back to the origin, like Boss No. 6, which has cinnamon, nutmeg, apple. It's like a warm apple pie. This one has a lot more of that apple note, specifically in the top, but it almost stays into the heart and into the dry down. It's a lot more similar to the original Boss bottled, or what's called Boss No. 6, than the original United is. If you're a fan of the original United and you really like that ozone, that Boohoo, and how minty it is, you're gonna miss a little bit of that in this particular, the Eau de Parfum limited edition. The biggest difference that I see is the omission of ozone in this. That's the biggest difference that I see. Plus, it's sweeter, it's sweeter. You've got amber in this, whereas in the OG you had, I think, patchouli and cashmere. So the role of patchouli and cashmere is being played by amber in the limited edition Eau de Parfum. I actually think I like this a little bit better because it's more tinnable. It enforces itself a little bit more in terms of sillage and projection than does the original United. This wasn't meant to be a comparison video, but I can't help doing that when I have it right in front of me, right? And you're curious about which one, how different they smell. But I really, really like this. I enjoyed it. It is going to be primarily a casual fragrance, but again, going back to how refined Eau de Parfums often smell, there would be nothing wrong with wearing this in an upscale environment or upscale event. It's primarily going to be, again, a spring and summer fragrance, but can be worn year-round. Well, guys, that's it for my unboxing and first impression of Hugo Boss Bottled United Eau de Parfum Limited Edition. If you're interested in picking this up at all, you can pick it up now at most department stores. I'll leave a link in the description below and you can check it out. I think it's definitely worth owning. It might be better to wait till it hits discounters, however, because with the price that you can pick this up right around 35, 40 bucks, it's definitely going to be worth picking up at that price. I think it's going to definitely outlast and outperform the original United as an Eau de Parfum. But those are just my thoughts. I'll give you full disclosure on that in a future review coming up. Guys, thanks so much for stopping by and checking out today's unboxing and first impressions. And as always, thank you so much for your support on my channel. I'm Tommy with StudioSense, and I'll see you tomorrow.